if you weren't there Monday, first of all, what the fuck, fake fans. Second of all, Solis and I were streaming on Twitch, and I'm joking about the fake fans, by the way. Love you guys. One of the things was Barley the Burr was streaming with Baby No Money. And if you don't know, they've been like, Barley's been like low key trying to get that to happen for a while now, and Baby No Money finally replied. And so they were making mozzarella sticks because that's kind of how Barley really took off this last time, was the mozzarella stick thing, which I do want to make a video about. And
I feel like, I can't remember the exact, but I feel like did Barley start just calling out Baby No Money, or did Baby No Money like quote on like, or like reply to a comment and then just never got back to him?
I think they were making a couple jokes back and forth.
Because I feel like that's what happened. Because I remember like I feel like it spurred off of the one mozzarella stick company sending Barley just a ridiculous amount of mod sticks.
Yeah.
And then I feel like Baby No Money was aware then, or made some sort of comment. I can't remember how it happened, but basically, yeah, it was just like it's been months and months coming at this point.
So,
and who knew if that was actually gonna happen?
They finally got that stream all set up, and they got done with their stream while I believe you had already started streaming at this point, and they raid into Mari, and Mari is one of my friends. Mari is Papa Mutt's wife, which is how I know her. She's super great. I met her at MFF. She was the only reason that group was held together while we were walking around. She was definitely the chaperone of the group. Mari raids into me. And my average viewers is like 20. And I look over and it says, Radical Mari is raiding with 495 viewers. And I'm like, like, what the fuck? I'm playing Backyard Baseball 1997, okay? I ain't doing shit.
That's funny, though.
And
it's wild, though.
Yeah, so a bunch of them stuck around. I think I ended with like 220 viewers, roughly. We hung around the 300 mark for a while there, and then we got towards the end of stream. And I was like, okay, I'm going to raid into Papa Barks because, you know, that's what I'm doing. That's what we're told to do. And Argo's like, Solis is live. And I was like, oh, he's going to love this.
So that I see you raid in, and it was like 188 or 198 is what I saw that came in from that raid. And look, it's not that you don't pull numbers, but I know that's a high amount. So I was thinking something like Papa Mutt or somebody raided you. So I was just like, oh, yo, like, what's going on? What happened? Like, that's cool. Because I was very briefly in your stream.
Yeah. And I had like 20.
And you're playing Backyard Baseball. So, like, I know you got raided by somebody. So I was like, okay, that's cool. Because I've had some big raids before.
Yeah.
Not to that extent. And so I see that and I'm like, what's up? And somebody goes like, oh, it came from Barley.
Came from Barley.
Like, you don't know Barley. From my knowledge, you don't know Barley. So I was like, wait, what? Barley the Burr, like, and like, yeah, the Baby No Money collab. And I'm like, what? And then because I didn't put two and two, I just started to learn more about Papa Mutt. And I've heard comments of the spouse, the wife, being Mari, but I didn't realize it was the same Mari.
I didn't realize Barley and Mari knew each other.
Right. Because they're like, oh, because I can't remember. I watched them raid out to Mari. So I was like, oh, it's just some Mari. There could be like a million Maris on Twitch. Who knows? You know what I mean? It's a unique name, but it's not so unique that I would expect it to be Papa Mutt's Mari.
Yeah.
You know? So I didn't put that two to two together. And then when they said Barley, I'm like, how the fuck? How the heck did Barley? What? And so somebody wrote out in chat like the raid train. I'm like, Mari, Misha, I'm 2 streams removed.
Yeah.
From Baby No Money.
Yeah. That's
kind of cool. It's kind of so. Hey, Baby No Money, come on, Barkin.
Come be on our podcast. I actually did see Barley at AC. I didn't get a chance to talk to him, but I was talking to Mark and Sai outside. They were both full suiting, so I didn't like really want to hold them there, but like we were chatting for like a minute or two. And Mark looks past me and he's like, "Oh, Barley. Like Barley the Burr." And I turn around, Barley's standing right behind me, and I'm like, oh my god. It's like, oh my god, it's Robert Downey Jr. Like that sort of thing. And he was like, hi. I gotta like the street light was just about to turn red, so he had to run away. But it was just like, oh shit.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, he was part of my generational run of running into people that I wanted to take pictures with while I didn't have my suit. Because I wasn't wearing Misha, and I ran into him, Mark and Sai both suiting. I ran into Ollie, or Brayburned, which if you know, you know. What?
My dog?
No, no, not your dog, no. I'll get a picture with your dog in suit. But
you and Margo's just gonna fly out and stay a weekend.
Yeah. Fucking, it's possible. Speaking of which, nope, can't say that because that'll reveal my location. Editing Misha cut this. Anyways, back to things we could talk about.
The cut you didn't see, chat. Wait, now it's spoiled. Unless you cut this, and then you cut this, and then you cut this.
Like Fruit Ninja making all the cuts.
Oh shit, nobody knows what Fruit Ninja is. What are you talking about?
People know what Fruit Ninja is, right?
Go ask somebody that's like 18 now.
I don't talk to people who are 18. I hate them.
That's true. Yo, don't know if you're gonna leave this in or not, but I have been on a spree of blocking people on TikTok because they've made bad takes on the ABDL baby fur community again.
Oh boy, I've blocked a few as well.
I am so sick of like, dude. Look, I get it if you're seeing cub corn and minor coded characters in sexual situations. I get that. That is a big problem. That's a no-no. And the people commissioning and like doing that stuff, that is problematic. You are correct. That is not encompassing of the entire freaking group that is ABDL diaper or baby fur.
Yeah.
Just like furries aren't all zoos. Okay?
God.
Holy bingle, can we get past this?
I saw this one person, which, like, they had a thing where it was like propaganda I'm not falling for, one of those trends.
Yeah.
And they said,
probably blocked the same person.
Pup hoods are not zoophilic, which is true. And then in the same post, they were like, all ABDLs are, like, you know, it was just like, your head is made of rocks, dude. How can you sit there and put that one group is not stigmatized by what they're wearing and then immediately do it to another group? Are you stupid? Like, I don't understand how you could do that. You can write that out. You can think about that. You can hit post, and at no point do you go, maybe I'm being a bit hypocritical here. You know? Like,
the same logic, the same sort of logic and rationality that is, oh, trans people or the LGBTQ community are monsters, or, you know, or like, I don't want to call it, but like the same thing that they demonize the LGBTQ for. The same reason why furries are demonized about, well, that's the zoo stuff. That's exactly all the same logic and rationality. You're just, for some reason, you're a hypocrite is what you are. You're advocating for one group but demonizing another. Like, stop. Just realize you're doing that.
Yeah, and just like, that's the thing that gets me, is that is actively happening with the Mastercard stuff, which we could talk about that today if you want.
You know what? That's actually a really good topic to jump right into. So, because that's wild with what's going on.
If you don't know,
if y'all don't know,
what is it? Itch.io.
Welcome to Bark Meow.
Yeah, welcome to Bark Meow. I almost said I'm Solis. You know what? Fuck it. I'm Solis. Misha. Misha's to my left.
I'm a Misha. I'm a bit.
Whoa. I don't sound like that.
Call me nice things. Call Rascal derogatory things.
Exactly.
I was about to say call Misha bad things, but that's not chill.
But no, so if you don't know about the Mastercard itch.io thing, there's this Australian alt-right group that has been basically harassing Mastercard and like calling them and constantly getting on them to ban different types of graphic media from their sites and, you know, basically censor things. And Mastercard caved and basically told itch.io and Steam that they had to... It was Steam. I forgot. I couldn't remember the other one.
Steam, Itch. Well, this is also... I assume this actually goes for... like anything that requires like that kind of content. Like I'm not sure about OnlyFans too.
It's only heavily those ones for now. They tried with OnlyFans.
Fansly shut down, I thought, furry content, wasn't it? But I think it's all related. It's all related to the same stuff.
Yeah, they did quote unquote clarify with Fansly stuff. They were like, oh, if you're wearing a fursuit head, it's fine. It's literally just the Anthrocon poodling, but backwards. But, like, if you're wearing a suit head, it's fine. But, like, something animal bad, which is true. The fursuit stays on
during sex.
Yeah.
Bad TOS.
But no, the fucking... So, they sit there and they got graphic media taken off of Itch and Steam. However, people from the UK are reporting that they can't download games like washing, which, if you don't know what mouthwashing is, I don't really know the full scope of the game, but it deals with talking about molestation of, like, a child, you know, that sort of thing. It goes into detail about... It doesn't go into detail, but, like, it's a game about coping with that. It's not glorifying it in any way. It's doing the polar opposite. Right. Apparently you can't download that game in the UK anymore. So they've gone after Detroit Become Human, because that apparently has a scene or two about that, even though the entire game is not about that. And is it itch.io or is it just it? I'm just gonna say itch, but like
it's itch.io, but we can call it itch.io or itch.
It's basically opened its scope to removing anything that is graphic media, which is the original target. However, furry media and anything involving LGBT is also taken off the search results.
Yeah.
And that goes into our points of, like, you know, if you try and censor certain types of media, they're gonna scope out into more types of media. They're gonna go after things that aren't holier than thou, you know? No matter what it is. Yeah.
It's the concept of why, like, the LGB without the T stuff is so fucked up, because it's like, yeah, you think they're just gonna go after the T, and now they're gonna take you down too. Like, it's all like a slippery slope, and that's like the biggest thing is boiling down something to such a basic, like, denominator, where it's like, okay, so furry LGBT plus, it's all fetish. We're just going to call it all fetish. Thus, it violates our TOS as a payment processor.
Exactly.
Thus, that means these websites, you will no longer be able to use our cards for. These games, you're not going to be able to use these for. These platforms. And suddenly all that's gone. And what's really fucked up about all this, again, is Collective Shout is, like you said, it's a small group out of Australia that is impacting the two major processors, Visa and Mastercard, which is a global thing.
Yeah.
And that's just wild to think about. And I think this is further showcasing how badly, like, monopolizations need to be taken apart, and, like, how this should not be even remotely allowed in the United States. It's almost like, straight up, with how big this is, there needs to be a US Mastercard, a US Visa, a Australian Mastercard, Australian Visa.
Yeah.
Like, corporate things where they can then dictate through their channels what is and isn't allowed, if you're going to let that happen.
Yeah.
It should not be affected on a global scale like this. It's incredibly scary.
It's one of those things where I didn't even think about that. Like, you know, going after the payment processors, there's 2 of them. Well, Discover as well, but, like, there's 3 of them that are accepted widely. So, like, I'm not encouraging their actions whatsoever, but that's technically smart of them to go after Visa and MasterCard for that. They shouldn't have, don't get me wrong, and now hopefully we can get that reversed.
I'm like, because PayPal, their cards use a specific payment processor, but they themselves, I don't know if they do the payment processing on their side if you pay through your PayPal, or if it's ran through a different thing. Because you have the option, right, where you can use your, like, debit or credit card. If you use that, obviously that's using a payment processor, correct?
Yes.
But there's also the option to use your bank account, which I do have my link to a special, like to a specific account, right?
Yeah.
If you do that, is that processor payment going just through PayPal? That is questions to ask, but that might be the way the routing of things need to go at this point. Because it's really scary to hear that payment processors can globally decide what you are and aren't allowed to purchase. And again, we're not trying to say you should be able to go out and get cub corn or PDF file stuff. We're saying that, like, by mislabeling things or boiling it down to whatever they decide to call what is fetish and then deny it, that is not their decision to make.
Yeah.
And honestly, like, they should be penalized heavily for this.
Because the examples you're giving are illegal things. You know, you're not allowed to have CP, you're not allowed to have zoo stuff. But you are, you know, you're allowed to be a little kinky weirdo, and they're trying to take that away, and they're trying to throw just LGBT as a whole into it as well.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they want to do, is they want to boil down LGBT into just a fetish so that they can ban it along with everything else. That's been their goal this whole time. And now they're now they're getting it. And I'm just so fucking mad about it, because it, you know, there are kinks that make me feel uncomfortable. There are kinks that I look at and I go, I genuinely don't understand how you could be into that. That's gross. I'm never going to tell somebody they can't be into it, you know? You do you, as long as it doesn't hurt anybody and it's consenting adults, by all means, you know? I'm never going to say you shouldn't be allowed to be a kinky little weirdo, but there are furries out there that are trying to be, you know, anti-kink to a certain degree, and this is exactly where that's leading us, because it starts with them getting rid of the weirder things, and then they go, well, those furries are a bit of a problem, and then they're like, well, furries are mainly gay, so maybe we should get rid of gay stuff too. That's exactly, it sounds like I'm fear-mongering, but this is exactly what the fuck is happening, which is why I get so mad when I see all these, you know, these furry TikTok accounts that are like, oh, we should, I saw one that was saying we should ban mersuiters. Like, mersuiting should be illegal because it's zoophilic, and it's like, you should be hit with a bat. Obviously, I'm kidding, don't do that, but like, just fucking metaphorically hit with a bat, whatever that looks like. It's just...
And I will say, that's TikTok, and it is, and I catch flack for this, but any young 20-something or younger is usually what these accounts come from. Even the stuff I was talking about earlier, where it's like, these diaper furs or baby furs gotta go kind of stuff. It's like, it's usually some 20-something-year-old.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, when I was that young, I probably would have said the same thing.
I did say the same thing.
So
I thought it was weird as hell.
I get it, but this is also why, and the same account will complain about how, like, well, why do people keep saying that we don't take your opinion seriously, or you shouldn't speak? Well, it's not that I'm saying you shouldn't speak. It's just because you just don't, you haven't made those connections that I hadn't at that time either. It is something that you should grow out of. If you don't, that's another problem. But that's why a lot of people, it's like, look, yes, you're an adult at 21, you're an adult at 22, you're technically an adult at 18. But when it comes to your opinion on certain matters, you're most likely not quite seasoned enough, seen enough, experienced enough for us to take it as seriously.
Yeah.
I don't want to take away your voice. I don't want to devalue your opinion, but
well, that's the thing, is like, I think directly head on being like, your opinion doesn't matter, that doesn't help anybody in any way. Even though, you know, no. I genuinely, you know, they haven't experienced the world yet, so they don't know how it works. They don't know that, like, just go to a pride parade, go to a kink event, go outside, you know.
Right.
But yeah, because if somebody, when I was 19, walked up to me and was like, shut the fuck up, you don't know how the world works, I'd be like, yes, I do. Wait a minute. Like, fuck you. You know, but... It's
the biggest trope in the world, where it's always like your parents or your uncle or somebody older than you, older sibling, if there's like a larger age gap, you know, they'll always be like, hey, you should listen to me. I've already, I've made these mistakes. You're like, nah. You're like 20 something, 22 even. You're like, oh no,
I'm built
trust
different.
me. I look back at my early 20s self and I'm like, God.
Yeah.
You didn't know jack diddly.
God, nothing. Yeah. It's so frustrating because like, oh, you shouldn't be into this kink. You shouldn't Mersu. It's like my brother in Christ. You are parroting conservative views.
Mm-hmm.
You are spreading conservative views in a veil of trying to fight for what's right, even though what you're doing directly counteracts that, and indirectly is leading us to where we are now. I'd go as far as to say directly leading us to where we are now, because it's just so frustrating.
Give an inch, take a mile.
Yeah, and it's like, I don't like to say names on the show. I don't like to do that sort of thing, but like, I hope one day Katamari realizes she's directly responsible for some of this shit happening.
Yeah.
I hope, dude.
When you give any sort of validation to these kinds of arguments, you've given them too much because they don't have a foot to stand on. They don't have any sort of tangible grasp until you validate it even that little bit.
Yeah.
And a lot of it's why, like, okay, so I would love to, and this is kind of that point of like, obviously telling somebody to their face, your opinion doesn't matter here, or doesn't matter because blah, blah, blah. It's better to ask, why do you think this? Let's understand. Have you done research on what this subject matter is? Most of them have not. They just hear this and they go, oh, that's gross.
Yeah, well, because
you're being reactionary. Do your research, understand, gain some perspective, and then form your opinion. But again, that's not what's happening here.
Yeah, at all. It's just, they're doing the exact thing that conservatives do to gay people and, to furries, where they're like, oh, this person is a predator. And it's like, whoa, why? They're into diapers.
I don't know who this is. Sorry, I'm breaking in here. I don't know who this is, but some homie just popped up on my Steam. I don't remember who they are.
What?
But they're playing Outer Wilds, so. Who are you? Who are you? Why do I know?
Who are you? What is it you want?
What's the last game we played? Do we have a message history?
God, do you know what game I want to play on stream that I can't?
What?
God of War and God of War Ragnarok.
Why can't you play them on stream?
It's PS4 and PS5 exclusive, and I don't own those. Like, I know how the games go, and I want to share them. Yeah, they are. God of War,
I can buy God of War and God of War Ragnarok on Steam right now.
Are you dead ass? I'm opening Steam right now.
They're PS4, PS5 exclusives for a year, and then they go to Steam.
Oh, no. Is that how that works?
Yes.
Oh, my God. I didn't know that.
And also, you can buy an Elgato external capture card or something if you really wanted to. But
$70 for the soundtrack? Are you dead ass? $70 for the art book? I see the game above it.
Oh.
There's no... Oh, I think it comes with it. Okay.
I was going to say, I assume that comes with the game.
It's gotta.
You're buying that with the game, yeah.
Because I already know how the games go. I want to play them for myself, and I want to show them to the puppy gang. Because God of War Ragnarok made me ugly cry for like 20 minutes straight.
I need to finish watching... what I have to do is restart Jacksepticeye playing it.
Yeah,
because I watched his playthrough of God of War, and then I started the Ragnarok, but I don't know why, but I couldn't keep my attention to it.
He goes off and does a lot of side tangents during his playthrough, because I remember that's the one I watched. But yeah, I ugly cried. I will be a mess if I play this on stream, but I was also a mess playing Mystery Dungeon. So like, but I'll be worse this time.
It sounds like you're just a mess.
Dude, at like, I finished watching Jack's playthrough at like 4 a.m. and I was sobbing. Like, fucking inconsolable, dude. And Argo was asleep. This was before Argo and I moved in, so he had no idea. But like, it's just, I was a mess, and I can't say anything about it. If anyone in the chat has seen or played God of War Ragnarok, you know.
Yeah, no spoilers.
Yeah, no spoilers. I wish I could say something, but I can't. Other than I was a mess. And like the God of War that came out in the 2018, I think it was, that one's good. Ragnarok, I think, blows it out of the water.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Like there's you know I'm a music guy. There's one specific scene, not really a spoiler. Ragnarok happens. Wow, cute. Title screen. But as they're gearing up to get ready to go fight in Ragnarok, you have to blow the horn. You have to blow somebody's, I don't remember his name. Heimdall. You have to blow Heimdall's horn, which sounds really gay, but that signals the start of Ragnarok. So there's this whole build up and this whole speech, and then the background music swells into Kratos blowing the horn, and oh, it's gorgeous. I don't get goosebumps from music very often. I had goosebumps just everywhere during that scene. God, that's another game where the soundtrack is just fucking genius. We're done talking about the Kosha stuff, apparently, because now I'm going to talk about the God of War soundtrack. So, Kratos' theme is ba 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 ba, and my God, I can't remember the composer's name. I genuinely think it's Bear, if I remember correctly, but he was trying to figure out what to do for Atreus' theme, because it's that's his son. So he took Kratos' theme and just flipped it on its head, and Atreus' theme is ba 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 ba, and it's like, that's so simple but so genius that he did that, because Atreus is like an edgy teenager and is trying to be everything. He's trying to be on his own, he's trying to be his own man, but he's still Kratos' son. Proud. Yeah, he's still Kratos' son at the end of the day. And it's like, it's just the little things that composers do that are just genius that you overlook, and then they explain it and it's like, oh my God, that makes so much fucking sense. Anyway, I'm making a video about Outer Wilds' soundtrack. I'm also writing like a capstone style paper on it, and then I'm gonna turn that into a video.
Oh.
Because just the music of Outer Wilds is another one that blows me out of the water. And Mr. Solis the Wolf, I think I can kind of explain why the song that plays when that thing happens every X amount of minutes. I think I can explain why that makes you feel so melancholy and why it's like accepting of what's happening. Because like you hear about what's happening and you're like, oh fuck, I should be panicking. But the song that plays is not a panicking song at all. If anything, it's relatively calm. And that is because... No, what were you going to say?
I will say, so goosebumps, but it's not necessarily goosebumps for the interval song. The last, where you're making your last sprint, once you do the final thing, that's immediate goosebumps. Yep.
Yeah.
I will say, actually, a lot of the no my music really get me, because I do, I guess, associate a lot of it with the tragedy of what happens in the game.
Yeah.
And the more you experience it, it builds up.
I'm turning on my piano.
I don't know. Oh, it's so good.
Turning on the piano. All right. Chat. Everyone listening to Bark Bark Meow, you're about to get a music lesson. So is Solace. So, the Nomai, right? Let me figure out how to turn off...
Also, what an instrument to give the Nomai.
No noise compression. Can you hear this?
Yes.
Cool. Okay, so let me turn off noise compression on my microphone in OBS too. Noise suppression is off. Noise gate. I think I need... you know what? We'll turn it all off except for the gain. Okay, now you can hear my fan in the background. Just ignore that. So... the Nomai, right? They have the song that is the, that's really loud. Turn that down a little bit. Sorry, I don't play piano.
Yep.
So one of the reasons...
Do you just have that memorized?
Yeah, I know how to play that now.
Because, like, that is exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah. If
like,
you listen
that one gets me pretty hard.
If you listen to the left hand, and you hear this a lot in the Outer Wilds soundtrack, it's the 1/5 motion.
Okay, yeah.
You hear that a lot.
Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah,
dun,
exactly.
dun,
The
yep.
I don't remember what
The theme, Outer Wilds theme.
Yep. Yeah, you hear that interval a lot, and so when it happens super slow in the Nomize song, it invokes. You know, you've heard it before, which I did a whole paper on listening to music you've heard before. So the fact that you've heard it before makes you tune into it more and makes you relate to it a little more. So now you're hearing it in a very tragic moment where you're learning what happened to them all. And it's one of those things, yeah.
Thought about it.
But yeah, the
it is the culmination of the experience, obviously mixed with the music, but
yeah. And then,
because I don't know if I would elicit the same response had I heard it completely separate.
No.
But having that experience, knowing what I'm learning, and then that music immediately just really pulls you back into that moment.
Yeah. Again, apologies if you can hear the fan in the background. You got to deal with it
Not really.
in order for me to... Well, I can see it on OBS.
At least on the Discord side, so yeah.
Yeah. One of the other songs is the... Sorry, I gotta figure this one out, too. Fuck. The song that plays when, you know, the X amount of intervals. But if you just listen to the right hand on its own, it's actually a major, like, it's in a major key. It ends on C, which is C major. So if you played it with different chords, it almost sounds, you know, it almost sounds happy. But the fact that the left hand is... So it's... kind of, you know, offsets the major key that you're hearing. All right, I'm going to turn the intervals and stuff back on. So the fact that the mic was way too loud there for a second. Sorry about that. Hopefully that all sounds good and I won't have to cut that. But the fact that it's in a major sounding melody overlaid with minor chords kind of gives that unsure how to feel melancholy feel to it. And also just, you know, knowing what's happening around you, which I can't say because it's also spoilers, but I don't know. I'm starting to dive into the music theory of all of it, and it's making my brain so excited.
Yeah, I could go on about what the Nomai music means to me.
Yeah.
Or what I think it represents, which would be kind of interesting, but obviously don't want to do it right here, especially because of spoilers and everything.
Yeah.
It's something where it's like this game has been out forever, and I still refuse to spoil it. We can't
say a thing.
Because if you haven't played it, you still have a chance.
Yeah.
Even if you know the gimmick of the game, that doesn't give you the full experience. If you know the ending of the game, it will definitely lessen your experience. To the point of possibly ruining it.
Yeah.
But not necessarily, because going through the entire journey can still bring it back a little bit.
Yeah. And I'm excited to make the video about it because I'm going to talk about like the music theory side of it, but I also want to talk about the impact that it helps the game invoke, because the music on its own is good. It's no surprise you need the visuals to go along with it, but I think if you just had the visuals without the music, it wouldn't hit as hard. It wouldn't mean as much, you know? It's like you know, try watching a movie without the background music. You know, the big scene in Avengers and you could just hear people's feet shuffling. Imagine without the Avengers theme playing.
Yes, that is a very good point to point out of how music scores make a massive difference in the experience of a movie.
Yeah. But yeah, sorry to go on a random music tangent. It's almost like it was my major or something.
Well, it's a major project that you're working on soon.
Yeah.
And now it looks like you have like content for the next couple months. Or whenever you decide to start running God of War now.
Oh my god, I know. God, it's
You just have to justify
$6,
rebuying
though.
the games or buying the games in general.
I was gonna say I never bought it in the first place. I just watched Jack play it, but
You might be able to find it on they do the CD key places where you can get them at discounted prices, or maybe Humble Bundle or something.
oh, maybe. I doubt something like that would be on Humble Bundle, but I can look.
Well, maybe the first God of War.
Ooh, you know what? You might be
It's
right.
been out for a while, so. Steam sales or something. There's always gonna be some. It's definitely like, I guess, unless you want to really pay the premium price for a game that's been out for a few.
I don't.
Because even Ragnarok was last year.
Ragnarok was, I think, 2 years ago, but
So.
I genuinely think it would be worth it. Just honestly, dude, they deserve it, man. The game is a masterpiece.
Really shows you what
Holy
a true
shit.
what
Mr. Solis, the music does not come with the base game. Okay, that's a ripoff. $70 for just the music?
that's
You're joking,
wild.
right?
Why would you pay that when you could have it in
That's crazy.
yeah,
God of War Ragnarok is $60 and the music is 70. No, this says it comes with it. Why did it? Oh wait, okay, I might have misspoke. Oh, you can't buy it without buying the base game. Okay.
Oh, right. Okay. That makes sense.
Okay, so it's saying it requires Ragnarok, but you can't. Oh, I just accidentally played something. Like, stop playing. Stop. Shut up, Kratos. It's a dangerous thing to say to a man like that, but yeah, it's. I don't say that often, especially not about like AAA games, but like God of War Ragnarok is worth buying. I would say that in a heartbeat about Outer Wilds or Tunic or like games like that. But like I genuinely think God of War and Ragnarok are the only two AAA games I can think of off the top of my head where I'm like, this would be worth it to buy at full price.
Yeah, there's a lot like that. Or there's not a lot like that where you're like, you know what, I don't care how old it is, I'll pay the price.
Yeah.
Probably Resident Evil 4. I
That's fair.
think if they kept like remaking that game, I'd probably still pay whatever the remake price is, even though I've played the game, like played it on I think every system but the PlayStation 2.
Oh shit.
Yep. GameCube, Wii, Xbox 360, Xbox One, Xbox X, Steam, remake. I've bought that game quite a few times over.
God. Oh, the game did come out a year. Oh, no, it released on Steam a year ago, which means it came out 2 years ago.
On the P. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
No, I remember, so out of nowhere, they dropped a DLC for God of War Ragnarok, and it was Valhalla, which is basically the afterlife for warriors in, so how they dropped it was so funny, because they had a random trailer start, and then Kratos showed up on screen, everyone lost their shit, and then they were showing the game, and people realized this is a roguelike for God of War, which is not how God of War works. And so everyone's losing their shit again because roguelikes are pretty big right now. And then they said, God, how did they release it? They said they showed the date, people got excited, and then they showed the current year that it was, which I think was 2024. It was like, I think they had this premiere in like August, so it said like late September. People were like, oh wow, 2024, people lost their shit because it was releasing in a month, and then they said free DLC, and people lost their shit again. And it was just like hearing the people go like, oh, just like screaming by the end of it. It was the best order they could have shown that in. And what's crazy is like they added even more story onto God of War in the form of a roguelike. It's super cool. But yeah. Anyway, that's my spiel.
Yeah. No, that's cool.
If you want to hear me cry like a baby, come watch me play God of War Ragnarok. Whenever I decide to do that.
hopefully on Friday we have something. Wait, it's next week. You're here this week still.
I'm here this week. Yippee!
Hopefully on Friday we can tell you how successful our Clone Hero collab is gonna be on Wednesday tomorrow.
What if it's
recording this on Tuesday?
What if it's ass? What if we just like?
It should be. I mean, it's gonna be fun. I think it's gonna be fun regardless.
What if it's so bad we don't want to do the afterbar because we don't want to show our face?
Then you'll understand why there's no afterbark chat, and you'll have to shame us.
Yeah.
In the this episode's comments. It's funny. I'm scrolling Blue Sky, just kind of here, because I can't not ADHD all over the place and have not. I have to. Oh my god. So we'll talk about ADHD moments, man. Peak. Love the game. I peaked yesterday, actually. I had to do. I'm so upset because my first run of Peak, which came, you guys got to see the end of when you raided in.
That was your first run? No.
That was it. That was the first of the night. I made it all the way, like 3/4 of the way up the kiln, and I just made a couple mistakes to where I didn't have the equipment to get out. I made some crazy clutches though.
Damn.
To try and make it work, and then I was like, it's kind of late. If I started another run, I was like, man, it might be too late. And you know what? I just want to get it over with. I want those wolf ears for doing the solo run.
Yep.
So I went ahead and turned it down to Tenderfoot and then peaked. I was so upset about that though, because that first run I made it so far, and then when you see the Tenderfoot run, like I ended with 4 pitons or pitons, I don't know how to pronounce it, and like a couple other climbing things and like all this stuff, and I'm like, I really could have done this on Peak, the regular difficulty. I should have easily done this. I just, but what I was gonna say is there's a very weird thing that Peak does to my game when I try to alt tab out and click on things. It like makes both my screens go black, and like it's like the graphics card or something's getting upsetty about it one way or another. Also, so there's certain games where like I can play Valorant no problem while having YouTube playing. Now, and this is I don't know if this. I have no clue if this is a graphics card issue or if this is a fucking my Firefox issue. But sometimes with PUBG and absolutely with Peak, it'll keep playing the video. The video will still technically be playing, but the video is frozen. I'll only be hearing the audio when I'm playing Peak, and that kills me because my little ADHD ass needs something playing on the other monitor or something.
Yup.
And I can't do that with Peak. And I'm sorry, Peak does not have enough going on for my brain to be occupied. Yeah. So I so badly want to get good and play Peak, but because now if I go put on a video on another like service, it doesn't seem to freeze. I don't know if it's a YouTube encoding thing. I don't know if it's Firefox, and I really just need to dip Firefox and go get something different.
Wait, what do you mean by another service? Watching it on Chrome or like?
No. I use Mozilla Firefox. I just like Crunchyroll. I can watch anime.
Crunchyroll works fine. Really?
Yeah.
Okay, because I know about the YouTube thing. That's Peak's fault. It's also probably PUBG's fault. Peak is not optimized in the slightest. So it looks like a simple game, and it is, but it is rough on your computer. Because my computer does the same thing where like things will get choppy. It'll like the video will freeze. I'm
watching it on my dashboard on Twitch, right? And it'll be framey as fuff. But my actual output's not framey. So it's just me seeing it framey on my side, and I have to ask every time because I'm like, is the game look like crap? It's like, no, you're good.
I had to ask the same thing. It's the same reason I can't stream Indigo Park very well, because Indigo Park crashes my entire computer.
Oh wow.
I blue screened while trying to stream Indigo Park.
Wow.
Yeah. Shit was rough. But yeah, it's one of those games that is unfortunately just poorly optimized. But yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Anyway, we're gonna play Clone Hero tomorrow, which will be 2 days in the past by the time you listen to this. So hopefully you guys were there, and if not, what the fuck?
I should be. I found in my head my little earbuds. The earbuds I ordered online don't work.
You should
which
be.
Is sad.
My brother Christ, you're part of the stream. You better be.
Oh no, I meant I was gonna follow up with the I'm gonna be fursuiting. I should be rocking the fuff out.
Okay. Yeah, I might be there. What, Solis? You better be there.
Just doesn't show up.
Damn.
No, tonight's my night off. I'm taking Tuesdays and Thursdays off.
That's good.
And I'm gonna try and force myself to stream every other day, even if it's only like a couple hour just chat and chill.
Yeah.
Possibly react stream.
You can steal my content sometimes if you want. You can be like Papa Mutt. You can steal my content. It's fine.
Yeah, funny enough, I didn't expect to watch a bunch of Papa Mutt. I'm not big on watching any creators. I'm really bad about it.
Dude, I don't think I watch really any furry creators. Other than TikTok doesn't count. I watch a lot of furry TikTok.
Yeah. I do have a bunch of furry TikTok. My TikTok's interesting.
Do you know?
Yeah, I don't really watch furry YouTube or Twitch even.
Yeah. Like, I have my friends that I watch. I have you. I have ODI Seth. I have Argo, obviously. The others, Areo.
Fuck that guy.
Yak. I just watch all my pals, really.
Right, it's the pals, the homies.
The homies, the puppy gang. Man.
Okay, where you going with that? What?
No, the puppy gang. It was my friend.
Shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I ended up watching, funny enough, it was a video of Zentreya getting zooted as fuck that involved the cast and crew of like Papa Mutt, Froggy, like Ariel, and a couple others. And that led me to watching them watch Papa Mutt in spooky places.
Yes, he does a lot of ghost hunts.
So that was interesting to watch. I'm also a non-believer of the paranormal.
So is he. That's why he does them.
So I usually don't like watching any of that stuff because it's kind of like I would never believe something that could be absolutely easily faked. It would absolutely have to be something I'd have to experience myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's hard for me to watch those things. Now I will say, like, growing up, I had to tell myself that this is part of like toxic masculinity, right? I had to like let myself become immersed and be afraid on like spook trails or like the spook, like, what do you call them? Like, there's like spook trails, mazes, rides, haunted houses, stuff like that that you do on like Halloween,
like corn mazes and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, but like they have the scary actors and shit.
Yeah.
Because, you know, growing up, I was like, I can't show fear, especially because usually when I did these things, those around my older male cousins.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I can't show fear. I can't show this. So I just killed all the emotion inside of myself and just acted like it was nothing. You know how unfun that is? It's so dumb. It's like, I'm gonna go buy Phasmophobia and just not care. You have to like let yourself become immersed. You have to let yourself care and then let yourself be open to being afraid.
You have to open your heart to it. Anyway, play God of War Ragnarok.
Yeah, Sora! Open your heart!
Oh,
Friendship
you went the Kingdom Hearts route, yeah. No, that's a part of God of War. It is also very Kingdom Hearts coded though. Dude, Woody
Kratos was in like the most toxic masculinity possible.
He was
a fucking Spartan.
Oh, dude, they turned his character around for the last two God of Wars.
Oh.
Dad of
the first three are like get revenge on everything.
Yeah,
murder, be very
God
upset. The first one has a sex mini game.
Oh yeah, it does, doesn't it?
He's literally just the encompass of violence and sex. They really were just trying to push the rating.
Did you try to push the rating? Trying to push the he's a man. He's a strong man. He doesn't care. He's gonna kill everything. Blah. And then the newer games are like, you have to be a father.
Speaking of Papa Mutt, he literally just put out a blue sky saying, "Bro, how do I convince Baby No Money to go on a ghost hunt with me?" Homie, you're going to his concert in September now.
Is he? Wait, how did you know?
He said that in the Twitch or during the stream. If he supposedly got enough subs, or she definitely got enough subs, he was like, "I will go to a Baby No Money concert with a fursuit." and Baby No Money was just like, "Yo, Canada's this place in September."
Oh my god!
So I just assume it's gonna happen. I don't see why you wouldn't drop the money to go do it, especially since they kind of paid him to do it that stream. So it's also more content. So like
exactly,
I don't see how Papa Mutt wouldn't do it. So yeah. So I assume that's gonna happen, but I think it would be really funny. Granted, God, now that I think about it, has Baby No Money not done a ghost hunt with Charlie, Moist Critical? Because Moist Critical's done the fucking goofy ass like ghost hunting stuff too.
I don't think they've done that. I don't know if does Baby No Money do ghost hunts? Is that a thing?
Oh, he's currently. I think somebody put it. The funniest thing is like, homie's just on doing side quests right now.
He is.
he literally is just kind of going around experiencing and just doing everything random, as long as it goes on the internet.
Basically, yeah. Anyway, Baby No Money and Barbie Burr, esteemed streamers that raided into Solis and I, you know, kind of a big deal, you know.
I think we gotta get Papa Mud on here. Can we do? All right, I've been seeing the Papa Mud. I've been seeing the Papa Mud ones. I watched. Oh, one of the other ones I watched was he was. I don't know if he got high too, but he was getting drunk in a campfire. Oh, and Froggy was like losing his shit.
Yep, he did do the campfire stream. I think I raided into him for that. I was like, what the fuck is happening?
Because Froggy losing her shit because she's high as balls.
He has
that's like all I saw.
He has a PNG tuber with I'm pretty sure the hat says like my mom drank when she was pregnant or something like that.
Oh, Jesus.
It's fucking crazy. It's the most insane PNG tuber I've ever seen.
No. My question is, let's get Papa Mud on for a Zooted stream or for a Zooted episode.
Oh my god.
We need you on Bark Meow, and we need you to get high with us.
I need you to know that the night that we got drunk together at MFF, this is how much of a friend you are to me. The night that we got drunk together at MFF, Papa Mutt was down at the raves. Like, I'm pretty sure he said he was doing editing Misha censor that. He was doing something that like bro was geeked out. So I missed that in order to hang out with you, buddy.
Can't tell if this is a disappointed thing or a good thing.
I mean, we had a good time.
Oh, we had a great time.
Could have had a better time before, but you know, we had a good time.
Or it could have been worse.
Or it could have been worse.
What if you
exactly
peer pressured yourself into hard drugs and then found yourself tripping wrong?
I have already decided that weed is as far as I'm gonna go, unless I get told I'm on death's door. Then I'm doing heroin.
Why?
or meth.
Specifically H.
I don't know.
I was gonna say.
One of the heavier ones.
I would say if I was given, I mean, technically we're all given, but if I was given like, hey, you have 1 year to live, right?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm not gonna let every fucking lone person I go to know that.
God, right? Yeah, no.
I'm about to get a lot of debt and go have a lot of fun because why the fuck not? I'm not gonna sit there and do hard drugs every single day, but you're damn right. I'm gonna get some people. I'm gonna get people together for each experience and be like, hey, I want to try this. Who all wants to come and like be in this environment and make it a good experience? Do that.
Yeah.
Once a month for those 12 months. Whichever is the wild one, we'll aim for the end of the experience.
Yeah.
Where I really truly have no fucks to give.
Yeah. Anyway. It's just, yeah.
I don't think anybody could blame that, you know?
No. I still love. Hey Peter, what are you doing? Crack. What the fuck?
Oh, Jesus, yeah. It's a good one.
Anyway.
What the
we have to wrap up because I need to test if my Mac can even stream. I think it can.
What?
Why what?
I'm confused. I'm confused on where you are right now.
I'm sitting at my desktop. The stream is happening in the kitchen.
Oh, you said cooking stream, right?
I did.
I thought you said...
What did you think I said?
Cucking.
Oh my god.
I'm kidding. I just...
But yeah, we're at the end of the episode because I gotta go double check if everything works. I got Z-Pay Wheel pulled up. So, thank you so much to Natalie Nightshade. Thank you to Pizza Parker. Thank you to Key, Webster, Alistair the Hyena, Penstamon, Thawcade, Quaddle, Bogey Bravo, Blue Pack Wolf, Argo, Mighty Halfman, Ambirion, Zombie Brains, Loriafia, Landon Yeen, Sycamore, Heartless Hero, Pip the Badger, Rays, Theo Firefox, Corlinar, Kai Quint, Carnelian Fox, and Steam Pony, and Ankara.
Can you hear the mower in the background?
No, I can't hear the mower. Wait, talk again?
I don't know. It's not close right now. I just drove by, though.
Oh, I can hear it when you talk.
Also, if you're doing the good God's work of calling Mastercard and Visa, remember not to get angry at the people that are actually taking the calls, but definitely keep loading up their call centers.
Yes.
I know they are hurting from that. And it feels bad because it is making their jobs infinitely harder and worse. But it is working.
It is working
against these major companies, so
yeah.
Can't exactly ignore a much louder group of people versus a collective shout. So
speaking of louder, that mower is right there. All right, y'all. Thank you for tuning in. Have a good night. Bye.
Don't touch grass. Eat grass.
Or eat at.